Daddy Warbucks. We were the only two supporters that Schlimp Janowski had.
Oh, yes, that's us, all right. Well, this way to the bar, my dear. I could find it in the dark. Wait. There's my son. Follow me.
Oh.
Hello, Father.
Don't bother to get up. We're on our way to the bar. How are you, Susan?
I'm fine, Edward. Would you like to join us?
No, thank you. Delphina and I have a date with drunkenness at the bar.
Oh, no, you don't.
I know that voice, but it cannot be. She had a meeting with one of those confounded committees. I am sure of it.
Yes, dear, the museum board meeting, but I finished early. Have you all heard about the wonderful treasures of Malkuth exhibit? It was quite the rage in New York this winter. I'm with Shirley and Bob Finn. Come along, dear. Come along.
Well, if anyone's looking for me, I'll be holding court at the bar. Ciao.
Hi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. And I'm getting a very definite picture of Italy, Venice, as a matter of fact, hotel. No, smaller than a hotel. What do they call it there in Italy? Pensione or something like that. I learned it in The Godfather. Pensione. The Pensione Fioria.
It's true, that's where I bought it when I was Very good. Thank you. Good.
Pensione Fioria. That sounds like a wonderful place.
I really don't remember. It wasn't anything special.
Well, Alan, dear, have you forgotten that's where you and Monica spent your honeymoon?
Yes.
Oh, Alan, dear, how nice you're here.
Thank you. Nice to see you, too. I've been here quite a while, actually. I was visiting with my son.
Well, frankly, I'm surprised you're here as well, Alan. After what happened last Friday night, I thought that little Miss Bo Peep you lived with might have had you in chains.
Last Friday night? Wasn't that the night that we were at the Haunted Star?
Yes, indeed it was, my dear. And I'm sure it's a night that Alan won't forget either.
Oh, really? What happened?
Nothing. My father's making a rather poor joke.
No, I'm really interested. What happened at the Haunted Star?
Nothing happened, Monica.
Well, I'm sure you would have relished the moment, Monica. As we all know, Luke Spencer does a mind-reading act from the stage. Actually, he's remarkably good at it.
Father, you think we could change the subject?
Alan, go ahead, Edward. Dying to hear what happened.
All right, Monica, since you weren't there. Well, you'll be amused to know that Alan very obligingly held up his wallet for the blindfolded Luke to identify, which he did. Well, Susan was very impressed. That is until Lila decided to help. She announced that Alan had bought the wallet while on your honeymoon. Well, I'm telling you, the look on Susan's face was delightful. Absolutely delightful.
Golly, I'm sorry I missed it.
Obviously, Father, you only enjoy mind-reading acts when you're not personally involved. You didn't enjoy it too much when Luke Spencer started talking about your ring when we were there opening night, did you?
I'm not aware that Luke Spencer said anything about my ring.
Oh, really? You could have fooled me. I could have sworn your blood pressure must have shot up 20 points when he started saying your ring reminded him of some name, Edgar Elroy. I know it was with an
Eric, dear.
Eric, dear. That's what...
But I still don't see why you were so upset about it.
Oh, Lila, I was not upset. Besides, everybody knows that Luke Spencer's mind-reading act is merely frivolous nonsense.
But, dear, you just said how good he was at it.
Yes. I mean, certainly got a reaction out of you, didn't it? I mean, when he said the name Eric, I thought you were about ready to explode.
Alan, I'm warning you, I will not be taunted.
Oh, dear, must you two bicker? We spend so little time together that we should try to enjoy it.
You're right, my dear, and I'm sorry. In the near future, when we're going to be together on a regular basis, I will endeavor to do my best.
What the devil are you talking about, the near future?
What do you mean? Hasn't Monica told you?
Alan, I don't think this is neither the time nor the place.
Time or the place for what? What the devil are we talking about?
Well, I will gladly tell you what we're talking about, Father. You see, Monica should have never tried to sell the house in the first place because she didn't own it. And I have offered to pay the real estate commission to the estate broker and the damages incurred by the Pages.
You have offered to do that?
I have indeed. On only one condition, that Monica does not object to me moving back here into the house.
You're coming back here to live, Alan. Oh, isn't that wonderful news, isn't it, Monica? Monica!
I need a drink. Excuse me.
Alan, do you mean it? Are you really coming back here to live? Oh, Edward, aren't you thrilled?
Well, I'm endeavoring to contain my jubilation, Lila. Monica, may I ask why you didn't inform us of this earth-shaking development?
I didn't inform you, Edward, because it isn't going to happen.
What isn't going to happen? Will somebody please tell me what the hell is going on?
I am going to pay Monica's debt of $200,000 that she incurred in the fraudulent sale of this house, if she will allow me to move back into the house and return to the bosom of my family.
Oh, surely, Monica, you don't object to Alan moving back here? Object, Lila?
Well, in a word, yes.
Then you're prepared to put up the $200,000 personally, huh?
Now, that's an interesting question, and I just can't wait to hear the answer.
And I will get the money, Alan, if I have to scrub floors for it.
Oh, I don't think you'd really enjoy that, dear.
Well, it's a revolting prospect, but as a business proposition, it does make sense. Come on, Monica. You can't possibly refuse.
Oh, yes, I can, Edward. And I shall continue to refuse.
But, Monica, dear, if you don't consider us, at least think what it would mean to Alan Jr. to be living here with his father.
Yeah,
again.
Lila does have a point. Well, of course, that's a miracle in itself, but it is true. The boy does need his father's strong hand at the wheel.
Yes, well, the boy can get all the guidance he needs from me.
When you're not scrubbing floors.
And you're not basking in the, what was that nauseating phrase you used, the bosom of your family.
Well, I don't find the word bosom nauseating.
Oh, no, of course you wouldn't. By the way, does Susan have one? It's so difficult to tell.
Would you mind leaving Susan's bosom out of this?
No, I suggest that we get back to the point. Monica, it seems to me that Alan has made a most generous offer. Have you thought this through?
Thoroughly, Edward.
And what have you decided?
I have decided that I'm really fed up with all of you. I have had the pressure up to here. Alan is not moving back into this house. Not now, not ever. So, if you excuse me, I'm going to go upstairs, where I may very well be deathly ill.
Great. Great, okay, we'll get there. Right? I'm at the station. Here's waiting for the train. Can you get him in? Very good. Oh, almost next time. There you are, Monica. Can we talk a moment, dear, or are you and Alan having a private discussion?
No, actually, not. Let me get a train back here. Okay, hold it. Oh, help.
Wait a minute.
There.
No, Granny's no
Here.
good at this.
Well, Ella Jr. is. You can put this back, okay?
He comes in.
All right. You don't mind if Grandma interrupts for a little bit? We'll get back to it in a second, okay? You fix it. I'm not good at that. You're
Yeah, let
much
him
better.
fix it. Alan,
Here, sit down.
Thank you, dear.
Okay?
You seemed a little disturbed when you left the living room. Are you disturbed about something?
Disturbed, Lila. At the moment, I could strangle Alan with my bare hands.
Well, why would you want to do that, dear? He wants to come back and live here, and I think it's just wonderful.
Oh, sure. Yes, you would. Of course you would. You and Edward would be thoroughly delighted with it.
Oh, I'm so glad you see it that way.
No, Lila, I don't see it
But
that
dear,
way.
you just
Lila,
said that you
Lila,
did.
Lila, listen to me, okay? Listen to me and be calm.
Monica, I am always calm.
Good.
Calm as a cabbage, as Edward would say. Or was it a cucumber? It was some kind of vegetable, anyway.
Lila! Just listen, please. Your son moved out on his wife and his son and moved in with a mistress whom he is living openly with and where, good heavens, even managed to father a son by. And now, all of a sudden, you are thoroughly delighted with the fact that he might just come crawling back into this house. Well, you can go ahead and be delighted. I'm not going to be delighted. Not now. Not ever.
Oh, now, Monica, all men misbehave at times, dear. They're just like naughty children. We have to learn to look the other way.
Well, you go ahead and do it. You go ahead, Lila. That's what helps you and Edward get through, but that is a different time and a different generation. And by the way, if you think his moving back here will by any chance get a reconciliation with us, you're absolutely wrong.
Well, what other reason could he have for moving back here?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe he is going to be respectable, or thinks he's going to be. It certainly isn't sudden yearning for me, that's for sure.
Oh, well, let's just accept that, dear, for the time being, at any rate. You know, dear, I can be quite practical at times. I know you don't think so, but it's
No,
true.
I do, Violet. As a matter of fact, you often amaze me with your common sense.
Good. Well, then, let's think about this, dear. No matter what Alan's reasons are for moving back here, the fact is that he's willing to pay $200,000 to do it. Are you prepared to pay that kind of money yourself?
Well, I mean, it isn't going to be easy, that's for sure.
Well, then, for heaven's sake, let's let him pay the money and have done with it and move in, at least until you've paid off the debt. Well, anyway, dear, think about it, please.
Well, yes. I'll think about it.
Oh, look, what did he say? Look, dear, that's Daddy's train. Daddy's train, he said.
Yes. Did you get that back on the track?
You too, Alan. Oh, you missed such fun. Alan Jr. was playing with your toy train.
Was he really? I tell you, that's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to coming back to the house, so I can be closer to him.
If you're looking forward to moving back in, Alan, you have a long wait ahead of you.
Monica, why don't you put your personal feelings aside and just face facts?
Oh, really? What facts do you suggest I face?
Mrs. Moss is legally entitled to 6% commission on the sale of the house, Monica. And if that's not enough, you better consider the buyers.
Yes, Oswald III.
Exactly. I mean, they're going to sue you for any damages incurred in the fraudulent sale of the house. Now, you put that together with the commission, it comes out to $200,000. $200,000, which I know you don't have.
The same $200,000 which Alan has very generously offered to pay for you.
Oh, dear, I'm sorry. Would you like me to hum a few bars of Hearts and Flowers? Or shall I just grovel at your feet?
What I would like for you to do, Monica, is allow me to pay the $200,000 and stop objecting to my coming back into the house.
Fine. Fine and dandy. You go right ahead and move back in, Alan. Your son and I will go right ahead and move out. Oh, there he is, all of a sudden, right in the hallway with all the suitcases.
Oh, but I still can't fathom it. I mean, the two of you living together in that house.
Gail, think about that house. You know, it's quite possible to wander around in that place for days and not bump into anybody.
What about the sleeping arrangement?
I thought you'd never ask. He is going to take over the Alexandria Quartermain Memorial Wing. That's on the east side.
Oh, yes, that's the side that never gets any sun.
Well, shouldn't bother him. I'm sure he's used to it by now. The cold.
Oh, I got it.
Well, listen, he's not going to be there that long. I mean, that court case is going to come up sooner than...
You still going to join her this afternoon?
Yes.
Well, oh, yes, we're planning to. We're really looking forward to it. I have read about aerobic dancing all my life. Now I'm really going to get to do it.
Fun. And it's still going to be at the Sports Center.
Yeah, I think that's the best place.
Fine, good. We'll meet you right here then.
See you then.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
Where are you right now? We could dance to that. It would be a lot easier.
I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting a joke.
Oh, no, of course you're not. You wouldn't find it amusing anyway.
I understand you've changed your address. Monica, where are you living now?
Oh, a charming place. You'd love it.
A house?
Mm-hmm. And fully furnished. Oh, well, the furniture would just knock your socks off, really.
How nice it's furnished for you and everything.
Oh, yes, they thought of everything, even supplied a husband. Gail, you've seen it. It's on Harbor View.
Monica,
As a matter of fact, I can even see your cottage through a telescope in the living room. Well, of course you know the house. For heaven's sakes, you know the person who's in it right now. It's Alan Quartermain, otherwise known as my husband.
Monica, let's get back to class. Shall we do that?